Sun, moon, stars,
It's a dark night, 2-0, so you see the beacon of light through that black hole. Greetings, suns and moons, and of course I have to welcome back all my stars. I'm going to go ahead and get into channeling this energy. Now, something or someone that you previously were into is showing up as distorted. Now, if this has something to do with an app, a malfunction associated with a tower has everything to do with this. Now, if this is talking about a person, this is one of the key players in this pool. And since you or the person in question didn't frequent the mall this Sunday or the market, when they showed up, you noticed the smell. Or a third person did. Now, this is an individual that claims to be a nomad. However, because his post station is not letting him in the house, he couldn't keep up this front. Now, because this is the reading that I cut off from to be able to go and do a live, I have some details for you. Now, first off, one of the details is involving someone that you feel is your new artist. The second, as well as the third, is this soulmate energy that is showing up in this pool is speaking about the way they feel in regards to the connection with you. Now, you are certainly one of his family members. However, because you feel he is deceptive, you don't want to believe that you have a lesson to learn from him. And or because you feel like he had it hard, you don't want to believe that he would stoop that low and take something from you. Now, regarding this market venture, some of you are frequenters of this market and some of you are suppliers of the market. And because all the groups associated with this pool go to this market, when someone involved in this pool noticed that there was a club right next to it, they decided that that would be the place that they go to tonight, which is Saturday. And because of this, when they show up the next day with a black eye, you'll know why. Now, because there's a lot of games happening today, which is Saturday, when an individual involved in this pool said they were going to watch the game, you or a third person decided that they would do a fish fry. And because someone else was also doing a fish fry at the same time, when you went to the store or when they went to the store, you noticed an individual at the corner with a 23 jersey on. Now, if you're the person that he spoke to, when you exchanged numbers with him, you also noticed the funky smell. Now, the reason why this is important is because at the same time, I was on live talking about someone with a funky smell. Now, you believe, or this person believes, that he had just finished playing basketball. However, that is not the case. What happened was he had just been put out of his baby mama's house. And because he spent an entire week at a motel, before she put him out, she said, "You were with that Beezy for a whole week. And because you were with her, this is the reason why you stink. You could at least took a shower." Now, the reason why I'm breaking up these small details is because you are someone that he has his eyes set on. Now, if you've recently gotten rid of a blonde wig, or if you wore a blonde wig over the weekend, you are the person that is being highlighted in this pool. Now, for another group, if you've recently purchased 613 extensions or a 613 wig and you threw it in the back of your car, when you go out to your car, what you're going to notice is that piece is not there or those extensions. And this is because someone double backed and opened your door and took it out. Now, if you are the person that gave someone a ride, what happened with you was when she noticed that you are one of the individuals whose door doesn't lock, she decided that she would be the one that would take it out. And because it was 3 others in the car at the same time, she felt as if you wouldn't blame her because it was 3 others sitting in the back seat. Now, regarding this club venture, when you or a third party went to this club last night, you or the other person noticed the chief sitting in the front row. Now, if you are not the person that went to the club, what this is talking about is someone being taken by surprise. And since this is the case, when this person finally gets booked in, you can expect a phone call. Now, for someone else on the same frequency, when you were seen squatting in a nearby neighborhood, another person that was also doing the same thing decided that they would use your name. Now, what I'm also picking up is an incident that happened in a bando. There was some sort of transaction transpiring, and when someone noticed that somebody was laying there, they decided that they would kick them. However, the person did not move, and since this is the case, in the coming months when you receive a letter, you don't need to ask spiritually how someone knew you were there because you dropped your ID. Now, regarding this person that misplaced their key card, when you were with your girlfriend, your child's father was also with someone that is squatting. However, because this individual claims to be renting an Airbnb, he is currently acting like he is the owner of this Airbnb. And since he uses your address every time he gets stopped, when someone knocks on your door, what's going to happen is they're going to ask you a lot of questions, or this person. So my advice is to tell the truth. Now, what this Taurus and Libra need to understand is these are your family members or your children's fathers. And because all of their paperwork comes to your address, someone is going to say you knew about something and you didn't say anything, which for some of you is the truth. However, for others, the person that is using your address is also saying that they are you. And since this is the case, when they ask you to bail them out, if you don't plan on paying that bond, the house that you are claiming is yours is not going to be adequate. And since everyone associated with this pool watches a fictitious reader when she attempts to switch all the key players around, you'll understand why she is making this professional ball player the T. Now, if you are this ball player, my suggestion is to not rent that Airbnb. And if you are one of the individuals that advertises your home as an Airbnb, when you send someone to clean it out or when you go and clean it out yourself, what you're going to notice is splatter stains. And since this is the case, when that key card gets presented, what is going to happen is someone is going to say that it was you. Now, this has everything to do with a malfunction to that device that you use to activate those keys. Now, if you are one of the individuals that was locked out of their room due to a key malfunction, when you re-entered, you noticed that it was clean. And because all of your supplies was thrown away, you have no resources. And since this is the case, when you go to take your driver's license test, what they're going to notice is that individual already has a license. And because of this, it is my duty to inform you that none of your files are winners. And if you take those supplies to your mother's home, what is going to happen is a boot. That is it. What is your name? What is your name? Saragisias Etha.